Previously on the European LCS.
And Gambit are on towards the Nexus turrets. The Nexus will be disintegrated and Gambit can win against Alliance. 3 men left alive here for Rocket, but they're surely not going to be able to hold out. Fnatic finally finish off the Nexus.
They can close out the game here and get themselves a second victory in the LCS over SK Gaming. Super Hot Crew take their second win. Fnatic gonna push on through the final. Nexus turret will go down and Fnatic's win streak continues.
There are no weak teams in LCS this season.
I feel we can beat everyone.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the European League of Legends Championship Series. We are broadcasting to you live from our studio here in Cologne, Germany. I am Lee D-Man Smith, and I'm joined once again by Trevor Quickshot Henry.
Thank you very much, D-Man, and we'd like to say Happy Chinese New Year's to all of you who are celebrating today. This is, in fact, the Year of the Horse, and perhaps that means we'll see some Hecarim today.
Well, I doubt that, but we'll see. Before we start, though, today's battles, let's highlight some of the news from yesterday. Starting off, it's all about the junglers. Diamondprox pulled out Evelyn after the changes. We weren't expecting to see that, and Cyanide, well, he continued to dominate.
Yeah, he's still got the #1 KDA out of all junglers in Europe. And something that I want to highlight in terms of the champions we're seeing is it's a trifecta. Elise has been banned 20 times out of the 26 games that we've played, I believe. Only 7 picks with 1 loss. Only 1 loss. First time was yesterday. Vi's next in line, 14 bans in total, with Lee Sin being the 3rd champion. If you don't have one of those junglers, teams tend to struggle now in the EU LCS.
And yesterday, of course, we saw the total number of champions, unique champions, continue to grow. Picked and banned in all regions, it adds up to 69 now in North America and the LCS combined.
Yeah, the first 3 weeks of the LCS has shone some light on some less seen competitive picks. And I think the most important thing to note is that these unique champions are actually picking up wins. So hopefully that's going to keep the door open for more exciting champions more frequently.
And of course, we have to talk about Rocket versus Fnatic. That game was phenomenal, and it's really just both teams performed fantastic. However, it was Fnatic that continue their 7-0 win streak.
Yeah, and because of that 7-0, they've now beaten every single team in the league. So this means Fnatic will now start doing their rematches against the teams they've already beaten, kicking off with the match against Gambit in match number 4 of the day. Also, just to start drawing some comparisons, Cloud9 went 5-0 in their first Super Week, then went 1-1 in Week 2. Fnatic has already beaten their initial winning streak, but they need to break a 13-game winning streak to have the overall LCS record. We'll see if they can count that high.
And of course, there were some huge moments yesterday that you guys were buzzing about on Twitter. Let's take a look at 3 of those #LCS big plays. In the game, Fnatic versus Rocket, @Skolt says that kick from Cyanide, throwing Caitlyn into Jinx's chompers. Here it is at number 3.
Taking down, no. They don't want to commit to it either. Lots of traps coming in, which mean they've got to commit to jumping on them, losing out on those Banshees. Reckless getting caught out. That's a lot of damage from Celeber as we see him kicked out into the rest of the team. He's got a 90 caliber net back. There is the super mega death rocket.
He's alive.
Can't finish him off with a cleaver from Soaz Will. There is Vander as well going low. Overpower getting underneath his turret. Can Fnatic do it?
This is definitely enough for them. They've still got their AD carry alive, and it's a 7.
Did they do it? Did they do it?
They did it, they did it. They had their AD carry alive. I think I got a little bit hyper towards the end of that one. Next up is in the game between Alliance and Gambit. And from @AlexPulse19, he says that Tibbers stun by Edward on the Baron was so huge. And it's our number 2 clip. Shook is taking so much damage. Wicked's teleported in. Gambit are trying to challenge.
Where is the flash Tibbers from Edward? He's going to be ready for it, and there it is! Gets 3 men down! The ultimate comes out of Genja from the back, and we see Alliance being ripped to pieces from this one. They're looking to finish off Wicked first. That one will go over on towards Diamond, but Genja chasing in, slow gun the land. That gets him excited. The flay almost from the grave there coming out from Nif, but the kills raining in for Gambit.
Crazy, crazy plays. We heard Joe asking for it. It's like, where is that flash Tibbers? He knew it was coming. Surely Alliance should have known it was coming. Finally, though, SK Gaming versus the Super Hot Crew. @Challenger Drop says that perfectly executed Dragon Pit escape by the Super Hot Crew. Wow. It's our number 1 clip. Super Hot Crew, though, are all stuck in the Dragon Pit.
Wow, Move's already ulting just fairly early. Will they try and get out or will they fight?
They may want to fight. It's going to be the hook on Moves. Moves could get caught out, has to flash away. Now he's got only the belly dash to get out of this one. They are still split. Mima's trying to get around there. Man drop coming from the back of the pit. Crescendo lands. Jez is caught out. He goes down. Insta pop straight away. Now they're on towards Svenskeren. Svenskaren's going to have to run for his life. Candy Panda, he's got a big dragon biting on his backside. Takes him down, no problem. Their Super Hot Crew can push on this one.
Yeah, from experience, big dragons biting on your backside is not a pleasant experience. For you guys at home, remember to hop on Twitter and tell us your favorite plays of the day using that hashtag #LCSBigPlays.
So now it is time to take a look at the table and see where the teams currently stand after yesterday's games. Of course, at the top of the table, it is Fnatic. They maintain their first place slot with 7-0. Perfect start for them. Then it's Gambit and Roccat. They are now tied for second place with 5 wins, 2 losses.
Copenhagen Wolves stay in 4th position at 3 wins and 4 losses. And then we have 4 teams in the 5th place position at 2 wins, 5 losses. They include Alliance, Millennium, SK Gaming, and Super Hot Crew. A tie in EU? No one's surprised by that.
Shock horror. Of course, those standings are sure to shift as the teams meet in battle today. First up, we're going to have Alliance taking on SK Gaming. They're already setting up on stage. Then it's going to be the Super Hot Crew versus Copenhagen Wolves.
And then we're going to move into SK Gaming taking on Roccat. And finally, Gambit versus Fnatic, where Fnatic hopes to keep their streak alive and go another perfect week.
And of course, immediately after the LCS games, Freak and Kobe will be standing by to bring you Cloud9 HyperX Eclipse versus Pulse Esports as the European Challenger Series conclude their quarterfinals.
Yeah, MYM actually went 2-0 yesterday, taking down Eyes on You very convincingly. Charo smashed with Katarina, only giving up 1 death in game 1. And Cubon pulled out Aurelia. He went 9-2-3 with Aurelia, rushing Blade of the Rune King and a Warmog. So interesting to see a champion we don't see in the LCS.
Yeah, we'll see if it manages to roll through. But if you do need more information about the schedule, the teams, the players, head over to lolesports.com. There you can track all of the teams on the road to the Summoners Cup and even vote for today's matches.
Yeah, just give a thumbs up on the team you think will win on the schedule, and we'll check in before each game to see how you voted. And to find out how you can actually join us in the Cologne studio to watch the LCS live, just click on tickets to zap all of that information directly into your brains.
Now it is your turn to share some thoughts with us. You guys at home, hop onto Twitter and tell us, who do you think will be the next